This is the studio. Hey everybody, welcome back to the Ryan Lives YouTube channel. We're out on our first walk of the season. Here we go. We're back to walking outdoors in good weather. Come along for the ride. We're talking age-related fitness today. It's still spring, but it feels like summer. And we are out walking. I'm in shorts, but I'm not going to show you my legs. Nobody wants to see that. So we're going to keep that off the old film. Ugh. But we are going to talk age-related fitness. We're going to talk about how you should go about doing it because, well, if you're old like me, you got to do it. In the last video, we established that you need to do some strength conditioning as you get older. Us oldies lose muscle without even trying. Don't seem to lose any fat though, just muscle. Anyway, you got to do some strength conditioning. You got to do some lift weights if you can. If not, use like a rubber band, do some resistance training like that. That is what you have to do in order to, well, curb the loss of muscle, but I don't think you'll build any. If I'm being honest, I don't think we're building any muscle at this age. But anyway, you got to stop it from leaving. That's the goal. Another big one, now that we're older, is stability, balance and stability. You've got to work those things. They erode, so you have to fight that. This is all what this is about at our age, is to fight the slide. Ooh, windy. Hold on. Almost bad. Yeah. So balance and stability, you've got to work at those. They're not gonna stay unless you make them stay. So what you have to do there is even just standing on one leg, practice balancing like that, and also you can do yoga poses. Those are really good. Any yoga pose that you can do, you should do. All right, one of the other key elements to factor in here is flexibility. So I notice I have my dog with me. Can't see him right now, but Arlo's with me, and I notice that every time he stands up, he stretches. And I think to myself, it's probably a good idea. I don't do that. And I feel a little stiff a lot of times. So you got to do some stretching. Obviously, if you're working out, you should do some stretching right after. When your body's warm, just give it a little tug in all directions to make it loosen up. And then the other thing to do is yoga poses are very good. And they say Pilates. I'll be honest, I've never done Pilates, so I don't know if that's true. But that's what they all say. So do that. You have to be sure to adjust your intensity as well. So I think you'd be surprised how much your body can do. And you should know, really, you're old enough. By this point, if you're working out now in this age, you worked out when you're younger, for sure. And so if that's the case, then what you have to do is you have to remember that push your body as hard as you can. That's the only way it's going to get better, but listen to it. So if you have to back down from heavy lifting, go to body weight movements, go to banded movements, go to swimming and walking instead of lifting. You know, still be active, just listen to the body. When you're older, or your age factors into your working out, it's all about adaptability. You have to take what you used to do and adapt it to what you can do. You have to keep an open mind, try different things. Like I said a minute ago, I've never done Pilates. I'm sure one day I will. But right now, I'm able to lift heavy like a crazy man. Maybe not, but I do. And so I don't have to change what I'm doing. So neither do you. That's not true. You may have to change. I may have to change. But anyway, it's all about adaptability. All right, everybody. This is the studio. As you can see, there's a window right there. And right now the sun is setting. I just got back from our jaunt with the dog. This week we talked about age-related fitness. And sometimes I feel like I'm way older than I am. And then there's sometimes like today where I feel really good and I'm out there walking around and I think, why am I talking about age-related fitness? But I can tell you that tomorrow morning when I get out of the bed, I'll be like, oh, that's why, because I'm old. The big keys, the focus that we talked about today, the last video about age-related fitness, is that you have three main characteristics that you need to chase. One is you need to try and slow down the loss of muscle, so you have to do some sort of bodybuilding type workout. Now, I'm not talking, Arnold Schwarzenegger, Gold's Gym back in the day, clang and bang. Although if you can do that, you should, because that'll be good for you in the long run. I'm talking more along the lines of if you have the ability to go to the gym and do the machines with some sort of weight or some sort of, I don't know how to word it, like a resistance of some kind. So find like a resistant band and do something like that. Do a lot of body weight movements, and if you can add dumbbells and barbells and lift weights, you're way ahead of where you need to be. Just keep doing that. So balance and stability are the next two big ones, or the next big one. So as we get older, our motor skills, they slide a little bit. They still do what they're supposed to do. They just might do them a second late, and that's going to cause a problem at some point. Last thing you want to be doing is falling down. So in order to push that off as far as possible before that needs to become something you're worried about, you got to work on balance and stability. Now, the way to do that is, like I said on the walk, is to do some sort of yoga or just even balance exercises. If you have in the past done the ones where you stand on those little blue balls or half moon balls on the ground where it's like inflatable and you try and balance, if you've done that in the past and you can still do it, do that. Always push yourself to the absolute limit of what you can do, because that limit's going to continue to get smaller and you're going to continue to have to do better. So you definitely want to put yourself at the absolute max you can almost all the time. Okay, so now you've got yourself doing strength training exercises to build or continue to build muscle or stop losing muscle. Now you're doing balance and stability to keep their motor skills good. The other one that's left, the only other one that's left as you get older, is you got to try and find a way to stay flexible. Your body's going to naturally tighten up. It's going to get a little bit more stiff as you go, and the more you use it, the stiffer it'll be. So you have to incorporate stretching into your routine, whether it's with working out or after or on its own, but you have to incorporate it in there somehow, some way. You got to loosen up. Now, to do that, the best way to do that, I would say, is probably yoga. Try and find some yoga poses you can do. Build on those. Keep getting better and better and better. Never limit yourself. You would be surprised at how much your body can handle once you start pushing it. After you've got all these things in your routine and you're pushing yourself and you're doing as much as you can, you need to listen to your body. As we age, the injuries aren't small, or if they are small, they still take longer to heal. They still hurt as much, if not more. And we don't have the recovery time and the recovery ability as we used to. I'm glad you guys came with me on the walk. I'm glad you got to see the new studio. I'll give you a little tour here, or not much of a tour, but we got an empty wall over here. Got a wall back here with all sorts of stuff. Let's go this way more. There's a little thing there. And then if we keep going, there's the window. And here's me. That's the studio. So I hope you guys like it. I'm going to keep adding to it, of course. I mean, it's never done. It's a work in progress. And you guys will see a lot of it. So I'm Ryan from Ryan Lives. Hit all the buttons down below. Subscribe, like, share, do all those good things. And we will see you in the next video.